Doreen is an 82-year-old pensioner whose husband passed away 4 years ago, leaving her financially secure in her own home. However, Doreen is lonely and socially isolated as her partner was her only form of companionship. Her family died in the war and sadly her friends are too frail. Due to her decreasing memory and mobility, Doreen is unable to maintain suitable living conditions. Dr. Singh, Doreen's GP, visits her on a monthly basis and has previously been satisfied with her living conditions and health status. Dr. Singh is due to visit today to check in to see how Doreen is doing.
I'll be just a moment. Hello?
Good morning. Hi, Doreen. It's Dr. Singh.
Oh, hello, Dr. Sai. How are you?
Good. How are you?
Yeah, I'm not too bad.
Will I be able to come in?
Oh, is it that time of the month
Yeah,
already?
yeah.
Oh, of course. Come
All
on
right,
in.
thank you.
Come on in.
So how have you been?
Yes, good, thank you. Sit down.
I'd rather not. Maybe, it's a bit of a mess, don't you think?
No, it's looking fine, thanks.
Okay, well, let's just get down to this, okay? I have your information pack here for the retirement village from last month.
Oh, I'm not going to a retirement village, thanks, Dr. Ping.
What's that?
Well, this is all I have left of me and Greggy. I'm not leaving, man.
But we spoke about this last month.
No, I never agreed to doing this. Get out!
All right.
Get out, Dr. Ping!
Okay.
Oh.
Taya, it's Dr. Singh. I've just come to see Doreen. I don't think she's coping very well. She wasn't listening to me and she was pretty aggressive. Can you come and see her, maybe persuade her to go to the residential, please?
Persuade her? I'll definitely have a chat with her about it. It's not like Doreen to be like this, but I'll come over as soon as possible.
Coming! Hello?
Hi Doreen, my name's Taylor. I'm one of the community nurses.
Oh, please, come in.
Is that okay?
Yes,
Alrighty.
thank you.
Do you mind if I take a seat?
Oh, yes, take
I'll
a
just
seat.
move this?
Yes, thank you.
No, that's okay.
Oh, I'm terribly sorry. I'm awfully embarrassed.
No, that's okay. I heard you had a bad day with Dr. Singh.
Yes, Dr. Singh or Dr. Ping, whatever his name is here. He walked in and he refused to sit down and he wouldn't even look me in the eyes. He then told me that I'm going to a nursing home.
Doreen,
Yeah.
that's why I'm here, so we can discuss some options, because I know that you might need a little bit more help than what you say, and that's why we're here, so we can get you that help at home. It doesn't have to be in an aged care facility.
Oh, that's great to hear. Dr. Singh didn't tell me that.
No, he's a little rushed for time, I'm afraid. But this is what I've got in this package, so we can explore some other options and maybe get an assessment to see what you need here, so you can stay with Greggy and you can be at home for a little longer.
Oh, thank you so much. That's just what I need. Yes. Well, I think that maybe that's a good idea, don't you?
I think so. So what I'll do is I'll have a look at some options. I'll see what we can do, and then I'll get back to you and see what you think's best, okay?
Okay, alright, okay. No, that sounds wonderful. Thank you, Taya.
No, that's okay. That's what I'm here for.
Thank you.
Okay, so debriefing refers to the process where participants engage in reflective dialogue to consolidate learning and further develop strategies for improving their own personal performance. And we use it so that we can continually learn from our actions, and we can reduce adverse effects, and that we can increase our performance as a clinician.
So the tool that we're using will be SHARP. So that stands for Set Learning Objectives, How Did It Go, Address Concerns, Review Learning Points, and Plan Ahead.
the learning objectives we set for the video was to demonstrate surety and to demonstrate therapeutic use of self and the negative and positive impact it has on our client. We wanted to demonstrate how nonverbal communication really impacts the way you interact with someone else and how it can really shift the whole balance of that relationship.
So overall, we feel like we met our learning outcomes quite well. We managed to highlight impacts from different points of view. So, for example, Dr. Singh's character was not so great at using therapeutic interventions, and he compared quite drastically to the nurse Taya, who was able to therapeutically engage with Doreen when she was in such a vulnerable position. Now, the reason that Taya was so successful in doing this was because she implemented the use of CERTI, which is a non-verbal communication technique used to build upon therapeutic relationships. So, for example, when Taya came in and chatted to Doreen, she sat down, she gave eye contact, she did some therapeutic touch, and for me as Doreen, the way that made me feel was great in comparison to Dr. Singh, who came in, stood up, refused to sit down, wasn't really looking. So it really gave us a great insight on how much effort and difference the use of CERTI does make when it comes to interacting with patients.
So for addressing concerns, my character wasn't really the best at communicating. It was evident that he wasn't using the surety as well as Taya did. So first of all, he refused to sit down. He wasn't really listening to Chloe or to Doreen. He wasn't listening to what the problems were. There was no rebounding of what was felt. It was more on what he wanted rather than what she wanted.
And I think because he was judging her for her place. And it was a bit like, the place is a bit of a mess. It really put Doreen on the defense.
There was already that judgment there that already clouded what was needed to be done. So that was a concern, because then that could have been improved on, which could have stopped the breakdown in the relationship between the professional relationship between Doreen and Dr. Singh. So yeah. So for learning points, I feel like we did meet the learning points because we were able to show surety in how it affects therapeutic use of self and how it negatively and positively impacts patient care.
And for the technical skills that we learn, I think the main point coming out of this is that nonverbal communication is key in ensuring that your client, patient, consumer has the best outcome. They feed off what you bring, and when you're shut off and negative and your arms are crossed, they can really feel that, and I think that's really the most important skill that we learn.
Yeah, and just being aware of how you're presenting yourself as well.
Yeah. And how that can differently affect the consumer on the other end. Yeah. So for the teamwork aspect of things, overall, I think we did pretty well. However, the teamwork and communication between Nurse Taya and Dr. Singh could have been improved. That phone call should have been a way of collaborating their care, so they should have organised for Dr. Singh and for Nurse Taya to maybe go to Doreen's house together and kind of discuss her options when it comes to, help with her home and living and everything, so that then there was no breakdown in communication, because Doreen was saying that Dr. Singh said one thing, whereas Taya thought Dr. Singh said another. So
just for that continuity of care and just being able to coordinate care and just ensure that they were on the same page and it wasn't no information was missing, kind of a thing like that. So for planning ahead, basically just using what we've learned from this whole assignment, so communication skills and all that.
Taking surety into practice, I think you really need to be mindful and aware, and I think that's what we're going to take into practice and because it really does have a massive impact on patient health outcomes. And I also think that communication with one another is also really key. And I'm going to take that into practice as well.
Yeah, absolutely.
If you're unaware or unsure of anything,
Yeah.
I think asking questions, knowing what your options are. So ultimately, Doreen or the patient can have all that information, all that options, all that communication, and can make a decision that's best for her, other than having one opinion and then another, and it's just breakdown in communication. And I think that's the main point coming out of this video, what this shows.
So yeah.
Yes, done. Let's eat.
Good.
No.
What are you saying?
It's okay. Hi. Oh, don't know.
No!
Hi, Doreen.
I know, that's that. Oh. No, that's right, you're still talking. Oh, no. Sorry.
Morning.
So I'll definitely come over soon. That's why I'm here, to explain other options.
Oh, I'm so well.
I'm so I'm sorry, it's actually because I choked.